Yeah, how long you guys been married?
He didn't tell me what he was going to do because I don't know the severity of it. I'm just scared.
This is Amelia Bassoon, trying to charm the detectives to escape justice for murder. Amelia was taken into custody in relation to the killings of Cindy and Sean Stack. Authorities suspect she assisted her husband in hiding the crime, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to avoid conviction, even if it means using flirtation as a tactic. However, what began as a lighthearted encounter swiftly turned into one of the most gripping interrogations ever.
They're dead. They're both dead.
I didn't do anything.
The investigator begins by reciting Amelia's rights and collecting some general details.
Am I like getting arrested or something for something? Or
We're gonna explain it to you.
Yeah, we'll explain it all to you, okay?
just normally when this starts is like someone getting in trouble or arrested or something.
Well, we just, like I said, we want to be able to talk to you.
It's already clear that Amelia is raising her voice pitch and talking in a shy, soft-spoken manner. While this might be her usual way of speaking, other recordings of her indicate a different story.
I don't want to press charges, but I would like a no contact order. I can do that.
Okay. Her shift in tone might also be a response to being in a tense and uneasy scenario. And as the questioning goes on, she starts displaying more and more of these flirtatious behaviors.
What happened with Josh? Did you say that? Did I hear you say he shot himself in the leg?
Yeah, so in December we went bowling.
Okay.
The bullet went around the bone and around the artery.
Wow.
Through and through.
Jeez, that's lucky.
I know, he's crazy.
Yeah, how long you guys been married?
It'll be a year in September.
Oh, okay.
Here, Amelia collects her hair and shifts it entirely to the right side, revealing the left side of her neck. The neck contains the jugular, a vital and delicate area of the body that most people instinctively try to shield. However, when someone feels at ease or secure with another person, they may expose their neck by tilting their head or brushing their hair aside, indicating interest, or at least the intent to display it.
All right. So, Amelia, I can tell you the reason why we're here today is because of that issue with the bank.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Does that surprise you?
For this type of situation, yeah.
Okay.
Like this intense. I mean, I got in trouble at work, which makes sense, but I'm just confused about this.
Well, let's walk through it a little bit, okay? Let's walk through that and see how maybe we came here today, all right, and find out if this was just a misunderstanding or what, okay?
The story ended with Cindy and Sean dead, but began with an equally vile offense. Amelia was a worker at Chase Bank and took advantage of her role to embezzle $50,000 from a man suffering from dementia. She issued 2 checks from his account, and her husband Josh deposited them into his own. When Cindy and Sean began probing into the matter, Josh bought a firearm and murdered them in their apartment. This interrogation aims not only to reveal the specifics of the fraud, but also to uncover what role she had in the homicides.
So what happened with this write-up? So, I mean, had you been a banker for him for a while? I mean...
Yeah, so I've been his banker since I moved here.
So what happened with these checks?
Nothing. He called him. I have the record over our global security.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came in, they pulled like call logs, they pulled like cameras, just to make sure like they pulled signature files. Because I mean, it's still federal, it's the bank. So they wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, I guess, stealing.
Mm-hmm. When you talk to Gerald, I mean, how did he appear to you? Is he a young guy, old guy?
He's old.
Oh, well, how did he appear to you when you talked to him?
He's okay.
He was okay?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any issues when you talked to him about remembering things or anything like that?
Like, I know like a little about himself, like he had brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he remembers things. I don't think he forgets really. He just, other than that, he's sorry.
Okay. Yeah, nice guy.
Amelia tries her hardest to appear transparent and truthful here, but right after she stops speaking, she raises her shoulders, slouches a bit, and folds her arms. Gestures often used to shield sensitive areas of the body and clear indicators that someone is feeling uneasy. The signs only grow more noticeable as the interview progresses.
What did he have you do? Like, what did he ask for?
Nothing. It's just we put 2 checks and $25,000 each, and that was it. The grandson came, picked him up. And
The grandson came and picked him up?
it was either the day before or the day after. I opened up an account for him.
Oh, so he must have just deposited those checks into the account?
I'm guessing.
I think your best bet right now is to be completely honest with us, okay?
Okay.
So let's go on a little bit more, okay? The truth is going to be the best thing right now, okay? This happened in May?
My write-up for work in May.
Is the account still open?
The grandfather?
No?
Amelia's responses have grown noticeably briefer and more vague, and she keeps appearing increasingly uneasy when questioned about Gerald's financial records. Naturally, the investigator has picked up on this and sees right past her initial shy and flirtatious attitude, so he chooses to intensify the pressure.
Amelia, listen, okay? At a certain point in time, we have to move past it, all right? He's a nice guy, and I'm sure you really do care about him.
I do.
Do you see now?
But it's not like I don't want to make it. Okay.
No. Did you take advantage of that old man?
I don't want to say I took advantage of him because he's a really nice guy.
Yeah? And Josh, did he ever talk to them?
No, he never spoke to him. He doesn't even know who they are.
Okay. Would he have been at their house?
Him? He doesn't even know where they live. I don't even know where they live.
Well, you have access to his account.
Yeah, but I haven't.
You opened it.
Yeah, but I don't remember his address.
You talked to Cindy? Possible she gave you their address? Is it going to be in the text messages?
No,
But you don't remember if she gave you the address or not?
she never did. She had no reason to.
It's possible Josh went over there and you didn't know?
I mean, how would he know where they live though?
That's not the question I was asking. Is it possible that he went over there?
Not that I know. No,
So you can't say for sure he did or didn't?
I can say no.
How
To my
can you say
knowledge.
no?
Because he doesn't know he doesn't know them.
Amelia now opts to shift tactics. Rather than her initial flirty and lighthearted attitude, she adopts an innocent and naive persona. At times, she even grins and chuckles while being asked critical questions, trying to soften the seriousness and tension. This signals that the mask she's wearing is beginning to crack, and the investigator sees this as a chance to push her even harder.
I think you need to start understanding the severity of the situation, right? Because I don't know if you really do, all right? And I think you need to start understanding that how this interview goes and what decisions you make here are going to affect your life for a long, long, long time. I think you think that you had this all planned out, and I think and again, not saying it in a bad way, but this is what we do. Okay, when we make mistakes, we figure things out and go, okay, all right, there's a lot more going on here, all right? And you know whose name is all over this right now? You and Joshua, okay? You need to start thinking real hard and real fast, okay? Who is involved in this and what happened, okay?
That's all I know.
Okay. Things got out of hand. Okay? This got out of hand. I think what happened was Cindy was asking you for this money back and you didn't have it. And there's some issues there. Okay? Sometimes, again, when we make a mistake, we do something wrong and the ball gets rolling and we can't stop it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Listen, you have your whole life ahead of you.
I know.
You have a 7-year-old son. You have an obligation to him. So whatever happened beyond this, we need to know. Because if you want to keep going with what you're telling us, okay, then we're going to have to go on that, all right? And you have to understand.
Yeah. Okay.
So somebody did something, we need to know now.
Bringing up her son clearly hits a nerve with Amelia, and since interrogations are centered around leveraging emotions to uncover the truth, the investigator seizes this moment to make her as exposed as possible.
Did Josh put you up to this?
No.
Well, this is the stuff we need to know. Listen, if he put you up to it, he put you up to it. That's okay. Again, like Detective Murphy said, I think you're kind of at this crossroads right now, okay? You've got Josh, who you probably love, and he's your husband, okay? But you also have Julian. And you got to picture that little boy. You got to picture not being able to watch him grow up. Think about that for a second. Think about being put somewhere very far away from him, and the only way you're going to have contact with him is through letters. You're going to get pictures in jail, in prison, of your little boy growing up. That's your future.
I don't know the severity of what he did,
What did he do?
but he knows the relationship that I have with Mr. Stack. He knows that. I mean, I would take him food, like,
Listen to me.
so at a point he would get upset with me that, like, I'm too nice, that I can't kind of act with my customers, but the old guy, he has no family. Well, I mean, I talked to him because, he's my husband. I talked to him.
Did Josh say that you kind of were owed this money because you were taking care of this guy?
I don't know if he said that, but
Something like that? What did he tell you?
I don't want to get in trouble. I didn't do anything.
Okay. We need to know. Well, then tell us, okay? Tell us. They're both dead.
What?
Yeah, they're dead. So now we really need to talk.
At this stage, all the games Amelia was playing are out the window. Whether she's guilty or not, she's now being charged with helping a killer and risks losing her job, home, and 7-year-old son. Naturally, she's beginning to feel extremely frightened.
I do not want to go to jail. I don't. Like, if I get fired, okay, let me get fired at work, but I don't want to go to jail. I didn't do anything. I didn't plan anything. I didn't conspire anything. I didn't do anything. I don't want to go to jail.
At this point, the detectives try to exploit her fragile state, aiming to extract as much information as they can. However, Amelia insists she has been completely truthful throughout the interrogation, claiming she didn't know Cindy and Sean were dead and had no involvement in their deaths. This is when the interrogation takes a dramatic shift. The detectives have now been questioning her for over 2 hours, employing this interrogation technique almost flawlessly. But for the last while, they've been going in circles with no progress. So they step out of the room to discuss a new strategy, and that's when detective number 3 enters with blankets, adopting a calm and sympathetic tone.
Hey, you need to talk to him. You need to get out from underneath this big time. Did they tell you who they work for?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're homicide detectives, so.
I know.
And they want you to be a witness, not a suspect.
That's why I want to talk to them, because I just don't want to be involved in any of this. Like,
Okay.
I don't want any part of this. I want to be able to go home.
Okay.
Entering in this manner after such a tense ordeal with the other detectives will help calm Amelia and subtly reinforce the notion that he's not a threat. At the beginning of the interrogation, Amelia was attempting to charm the detectives in hopes of receiving better treatment and possibly a reduced sentence. So if the third detective plays along by treating her gently and engaging with her tactics, he might have a chance of uncovering the truth about what really happened.
You can't lie. You can't, which means holding something back, telling a partial truth, or just flat out lying. That is accessory. You're protecting someone, and I'm telling you right now, you don't need to do that. If you know what happened, tell him. Did he tell you what he did and told you not to say anything?
No, he just told me if you say anything, then,
Okay.
like, because, I mean, I'm not stupid.
Okay, but eventually he told you what happened.
No, he didn't tell me that he killed anybody, or that he was going.
But you know that he was going over there.
I knew that he was going over there.
What day?
He told me, he's like, don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll take care of it.
Talking about them, though.
I'm guessing so, because that's just what he keeps saying.
Your importance is in details, not in vagueness.
They told me I'm going to jail regardless.
Well, the fraud part may be, but that's nothing. That is nothing compared to these charges
Yeah.
for first-degree murder.
If I say all of these things, will I get in trouble?
If you don't say any of these things, you're definitely going to get in trouble.
But this is where I'm scared. If I say these things, like, I didn't do any of this.
Put it this way. If you protect him and you don't tell us everything, then you're part of the crime.
Amelia is now faced with a tough choice. She must either risk that the detectives never link her to the crime and face felony charges herself, or confess and betray her husband to the police, likely condemning him to life in prison. This is her final opportunity to make the right decision, or she may never see her son again.
From the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I let her know she wanted to know. She went with her dad to the bank and she looked at the transaction history and she wanted to know what the checks were. So I can't tell her much, and then he's over my shoulder listening to my conversations with her. And he's just like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. He just wasn't having it. He didn't want me to talk to her. He didn't want me to contact her.
And who are we talking about, her?
The guy's daughter.
You know her name?
Cindy. She's gonna call her Cindy.
And he knew who Cindy was.
Only because of the conversations that me and her were having.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
The next day he went and he bought a gun. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. He called out of work. He said that I'm gonna take care of things. The next day he comes home and he's like banging on the door. This is like
Where the apartment or the house where we were at today?
Yes.
Okay.
He came banging on the door. When he came home, he took the gun apart. He was shaking. He took all his clothes off. He put it in a garbage bag, and then he went by his mom and dad's house.
Okay. When did you become aware that he was involved in the murder?
well, I didn't know what happened. I just stopped hearing from her. And then when I said something about, can I call her? He told me no. And then he got really mad at me, and he was like, if you say something, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, he's not going to say that unless he told you about the murder. That's the part that's so when did he tell you about the murder? Sweetie, you got to let this go. You can't, anything you hold back is not going to look good. You've got to just tell it. It hurts, it's scary, I understand that, but not talking is worse for you than talking.
It was, he
Did
never...
he describe how, what?
He never physically said, like, what he did or if anything was done.
Did he say he shot him?
Well, I'm guessing he had his gun, so...
Don't guess. Did he tell you that he shot him?
Yes.
He said he shot him.
With that, the detectives turned Amelia's own tactics against her and got her to admit her involvement in her husband's crime. The detectives also honored their promise and, after confirming she had no role in the murders, dropped the charges against her. However, she was still convicted of the theft and sentenced to 3 years in prison. Josh, on the other hand, was found guilty of the first-degree murders of Cindy and Sean Stack and was sentenced to life in prison.